Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something deeper term called Indian fatigue. Some people say the world is tired of hearing about India. Others say it's just a misunderstanding. But what does it really mean? And why is it happening? Let's break it down with respect, logic, and heart. What is India fatigue? The phrase India fatigue doesn't mean people hate India. It usually means a growing sense of exhaustion or frustration that some global audiences, analysts, or governments express when dealing with India's complexity. India is massive, 1.4 billion people, hundreds of languages, religions, opinions, and contradictions. It's both ancient and modern, rich and poor, peaceful and chaotic, all at the same time. So when outsiders look at India, they often don't know how to understand it. And instead of trying, they label it too complicated, or say they're tired of its debates, its politics, or its rising assertiveness. That's what many call India fatigue. Why does it exist? There are a few reasons, and none of them are about hate. They're about perception, misunderstanding, and global power dynamics. India is no longer silent. For decades, India followed quietly, but now it's speaking up, making its own decisions, standing on its own in world politics. Some nations aren't used to that shift. It's not aggression, it's independence. Cultural overload. India is everywhere, in tech, movies, food, and social media. But sometimes, international media still portrays it only through poverty or politics. That one-dimensional picture creates fatigue, not because of India itself, but because of how it's told. The complexity factor. India is hard to simplify. It's not one story, one religion, or one opinion. For outsiders looking for black and white narratives, that complexity feels draining. Misinformation and stereotypes. Online narratives often mix truth with bias. Small issues get magnified, while progress stories are ignored. The result, a distorted image of India that fuels frustration instead of understanding. Does the world hate India? No, but it's easy to think that way when headlines sound negative. The truth is, the world doesn't hate India, it's just confused by it. India doesn't fit into old global molds anymore. It's not a follower, it's a player. And that change makes them uncomfortable. But let's be real, India has flaws, just like any other nation. Corruption, pollution, inequality, they exist. But India is also a democracy that's constantly debating, improving, and growing. What looks chaotic from the outside is actually the sound of a billion people trying to shape their future. The positive side, India's soft power despite the fatigue narrative. India's influence is everywhere, in tech, leading global companies. In culture, yoga, films, fashion, and food. In science, space missions, medicine, and research. And in values, unity and diversity. India isn't asking the world to love it blindly. It's asking to be understood fairly, not through stereotypes, but through its people. Why respect and understanding matter when someone says, the world is tired of India? What they often mean is, they haven't taken the time to see it fully. You can't summarize a billion stories in one headline. You can't define India through a single lens. Understanding India takes patience, but that patience pays off. Because behind every stereotype is innovation, behind every debate is democracy, and behind every challenge is resilience. Final thoughts, from fatigue to fascination. India doesn't need to shout to be seen, it just needs to keep growing, keep creating, and keep proving. If the world feels tired, maybe it's time to look again. Because what they call India fatigue might just be the growing pains of a world realizing that India is not just part of history, it's shaping the future. So instead of asking, why does the world hate India? Maybe we should ask, how can we tell India's story better, together? If you found this meaningful, give it a like and share it. Let's replace fatigue with understanding, and misunderstanding with curiosity. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.